Wouldn't it be wonderful to take a trip to the old world? To a beautiful place where rolling hills rise to greet you, where water flows in an ageless dance of replenishment, where life slows down to allow you to catch up with yourself, a place where time-honored values still live, where everything is beautiful and clean. Yes, a place where everyone smiles and is happy to greet you. There is such a place. Welcome to Fredricksburg, Texas. Visiting Fredricksburg is like taking a trip to the old world because Fredricksburg celebrates its old world heritage every day. We have a lot to celebrate, and we want to share it with you. Come along and find out. Our tradition of Gemütlichkeit, the German word for friendship and goodwill, began 150 years ago. It was in 1846 that John O. Moisebach led a group of determined settlers up from the Gulf Coast. They had left their native German lands to start a new life. After months of hardship on the high seas and struggling through the Texas wilderness, they found what they were looking for in the heart of the Texas hill country. Beautiful hills, ample water, and abundant game greeted them. They named their new home Fredricksburg in honor of Prince Frederick of Prussia. 150 years later, Fredricksburg has grown and changed in many ways, but it still retains its German values, historic charm, and unrivaled beauty. And it is still being discovered by new generations of visitors seeking to share the experience. Traveling along Fredericksburg's wide, clean streets, you can see reminders of those German values around every corner. Throughout the city, neat homes and well-kept buildings reflect the quality and skill the early craftsmen brought with them to the New World. Many of their first homes are still standing, still in use, and still pleasing to the eye. The earliest example is called Fachwerk, a style of architecture where hand-hewn timbers are framed with dowels and chinks are filled with rock and mortar. The distinctive diagonal lines and whitewashed walls project a European look. Later homes were built with limestone blocks cut from nearby quarries and carefully shaped by master craftsmen. While the German settlers were known for their practicality, many homes also exhibit intricate gingerbread trim. Fredericksburg's homes and buildings exhibit many architectural styles, and each has a story to tell. A walk or drive through town is well worth the time. One building style unique to Fredericksburg is the distinctive Sunday house. These small, picturesque houses once served a very needed service. While many Fredericksburg pioneers lived and worked in the surrounding countryside, they also owned property in town. There they built the small Sunday houses, so called because they were mainly used during weekend trips to town for supplies, social functions, and to attend church on Sunday. As children grew and formed families of their own, or as older family members required access to medical care, the Sunday houses became full-time homes. Today, many have been carefully restored into popular bed and breakfast accommodations. Bed and breakfast is another European tradition that has found a home in Fredericksburg, much to the delight of travelers looking for a new overnight experience. With over 100 bed and breakfast accommodations, Fredericksburg offers more interesting places to stay than any town its size. Staying in a bed and breakfast is a great way to really get to know Fredericksburg. Guests stay in their choice of homes, from a quaint log cabin in the country to a two-story home on Main Street. In the morning, you may share a full-course breakfast with your hosts, or simply enjoy a tray of meats, cheeses, pastries, and other Fredericksburg treats. It's an enchanting way to get away from the modern world and experience Fredericksburg just as if you lived here. Fredericksburg is also proud of its ample motel accommodations. Over 400 rooms, each with its unique charm, as well as the modern conveniences travelers expect. Those of you touring in recreational vehicles also have a wide choice of scenic camping and RV facilities. After you've chosen a place to stay, it's time to head for town. Fredericksburg offers a fascinating collection of shops. Visitors come from miles to enjoy an unequaled selection of fashions, foods, wines, antiques, hunting supplies, gifts, Texana, and so much more, often handmade by talented hill country artisans. With new offerings every year, there are too many choices to tell about. You'll just have to come and find out for yourself. All that shopping is sure to work up an appetite. In Fredricksburg, you'll find uncountable delicious ways to satisfy it. Of course, it wouldn't be an official trip to Fredricksburg without trying our German food. You'll discover tantalizing treats like schnitzel, sauerkraut, and strudel, kartoffelsalat, brötchen, and bratwurst. You're sure to savor it, even if you can't pronounce it. If there's still room, you'll be happy to know that Fredricksburg is home to a full menu of cuisines. The hearty flavor of Mexican dishes, spicy Cajun, down-home Texas style, Italian, seafood, and even the lighter fare of tea rooms and soup and sandwiches. Top it off with a visit to one of our tempting bakeries. There's really no excuse for going hungry in Fredricksburg. More homegrown fare can be found along the way. Fredricksburg is the leading peach growing area in Texas, raising peaches unrivaled in flavor and quality. Our pecan crop is also famous. These and other local delectables are waiting for hungry travelers at many roadside stands. Fredericksburg's soil and mild climate make it perfect for producing another taste of the good life, wine. Considered by many to be the future Napa Valley, Fredericksburg already boasts 3 award-winning vineyards and is well on its way to fulfilling its destiny as a leading wine region. Fredericksburg's heritage is represented by the Vereinskirche, or community church. This unique 8-sided building standing in the middle of town on Market Square is a model of the original community center erected by the German settlers. A bell called townsmen to worship, to school, to meetings, and to safety during attack. Today, the Vereinskirche is a museum and the cherished symbol of Fredericksburg. Another glimpse into the daily lives of those early German settlers is available to visitors at the Pioneer Museum Complex. The focal point is the Kamla building, used as a home and store by 5 generations of men named Henry Kamla. Nearby stands a smokehouse, one of the original log cabins in Gillespie County, a Sunday house, and vintage firefighting equipment. All are open to the public and are especially popular during the Founders' Day celebration held on the weekend nearest May the 8th, the day the first settlers arrived in 1846. Over the years, Fredericksburg has been home to some famous individuals. Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, commander of the Pacific Fleet during World War II, was born here. The Nimitz Museum of the Pacific War takes you on a fascinating journey through his event-filled life, from his birth in Fredericksburg right through the end of the war. This internationally famous museum tells the fascinating story of the battles in the Pacific during World War II. The History Walk is truly a walk through the past, with up-close looks at the weapons of war used by both sides. The tour includes the Garden of Peace, a personal gift of the Japanese people. Down the road in Stonewall is another famous landmark, the Texas White House, beloved home of President Lyndon Baines Johnson. During his tenure as president, he loved to return to his ranch along the Pedernales River to relax and entertain world leaders as well as childhood friends. Today, anyone can enjoy the serenity and beauty of the LBJ state and national parks, which include a working ranch. Tours are conducted every day of the year, except Christmas. Families can step even further back into history at the Sauer Beckman Living History Farm, located at the LBJ State Park. This working farm recreates the day-to-day life of a typical German family at the turn of the century. Daily tours let you meet park demonstrators who still tend the gardens, take care of the sheep, horses, cows, and chickens, and maintain the farm using the tools of the era. Military history buffs may be surprised to learn that Fredericksburg was once part of the western frontier. Fort Martin Scott was a key outpost from 1848 to 1853, the site of pivotal Indian negotiations. Nearly 400 soldiers and 24 buildings occupied the fort during its heyday. Today, the fort is being restored and is the site of frequent living history reenactments. Fully costumed hobbyists perform military drills and help bring to life the long-lost ways of the frontier. Visitors to Fredericksburg will also want to take time to see our toy museum, Authentic Ranch Roundup, the Old West Museum, legendary Luckenbach, Texas, and many other worthwhile attractions. Those in search of a physical and spiritual challenge will find it at the aptly named Enchanted Rock, just north of Fredericksburg. Enchanted Rock is an immense piece of ancient granite thrust up through the Earth's surface to cover 640 acres. Enchanted Rock is the center of legend. Tales of Indian ceremonies, evil spirits, and battles with Texas Rangers still circulate. The state natural area includes primitive camping facilities and many challenging trails. Today's visitors can hike up this wonder of nature, immersing themselves in its beauty and perhaps creating legends of their own. Closer to town, Lady Bird Johnson Park offers a chance to relax. Dedicated by our former First Lady, the park provides camping hookups, a championship 18-hole golf course, fishing, Olympic-sized swimming pool, tennis, soccer, baseball, playground, and picnic facilities. Hunters, are you eager to bag a white-tailed deer? You'll find them in abundance here, because Fredericksburg is one of the most densely populated deer regions anywhere. Deer season runs from early November through the new year. Turkey, dove, squirrel, and rabbit provide challenging sport most of the year. Convenient processing and storage facilities make your hunting trip enjoyable and complete. Of course, one thing Fredericksburg knows how to do and does best is to have fun. We really do celebrate our heritage every day. Nearly every weekend there is some special event going on, one that you'll not want to miss. Oktoberfest is a joyous celebration of our German heritage. Celebrated the first weekend in October in the tradition of Munich's famous festival, Oktoberfest in Fredericksburg is a family event for young and old. Arts, crafts, games, and rides create a festive atmosphere on Marktplatz or Market Square in the heart of town. Oktoberfest is non-stop music, featuring the irresistible beat of polka bands with high-stepping dancers and high-flying fun. German tacos, sausage on a stick, shish kebabs, and ice-cold fresh-squeezed lemonade are just a few of the tasty temptations. Night in Old Fredericksburg, the third weekend in July, is another celebration of local pride. The food, drink, fun, and music that Fredericksburg is famous for are all shared with carefree revelers. Each spring, local residents and visitors gather to witness the Easter Fires pageant. Based on a folktale that is a mixture of Easter bunnies, religion, wildflowers, and Indians, the moving pageant ends with bonfires blazing all around the community. Fredericksburg is also home to the oldest continuous county fair in Texas. The Gillespie County Fair celebrated the fourth weekend in August. First held in 1881, the Gillespie County Fair is another example of the hometown, homemade good times you'll find only in Fredericksburg. Like all our major events, the fair represents a feast of family fun. Top entertainment, exhibits, crafts, rides, parades, and pageants. When you visit the county fair, you are a Fredericksburger. The newest attraction in Fredericksburg is the pulse-pounding excitement of pari-mutuel horse racing. Gillespie County has been racing horses for over 100 years and was the first track in Texas to successfully introduce pari-mutuel horse racing. Your visit to the Gillespie County Fairgrounds will be the most enjoyable trip to the track you've ever experienced, because only in Fredericksburg will you enjoy the best of both worlds. The excitement of pari-mutuel racing plus all the comfort and hospitality of Fredericksburg. All year long, visitors to Fredericksburg can enjoy antique fairs, folk art shows, antique car exhibits, German Christmas markets, food and wine festivals, and so much more. With over 50 annual events, we have something to celebrate nearly every weekend. Actually, every day is a celebration in Fredericksburg, a celebration of our German heritage. a celebration of fine eating and drinking, a celebration of unique shopping, a celebration of charming overnight accommodations. And every day you'll enjoy our genuine hospitality. We really are glad that you've chosen to visit Fredricksburg. We welcome you, and we will do our best to show you the true meaning of Gemütlichkeit. No matter when you choose to visit Fredricksburg, it's a trip you won't forget. In fact, it's a trip that you'll want to make again and again. A trip to Fredricksburg really is a trip to the old world. And that old world is as close as your own backyard. Fredricksburg is located in the heart of Texas, just an hour from San Antonio or Austin. Access is by major highway from any direction, including Texas Highway 16, U.S. Highway 87, and U.S. Highway 290. Travel facilities include a county airport and bus station. Yes, it's easy to get to Fredricksburg. The hard part will be leaving, because you won't want to go. You won't want to leave behind the excitement of our shops, the flavor of our foods, the caring of our community, the fascination of our sights, the fun of our festivals, or the friendliness of our people. But that's all right. You can always come back. And chances are you will. Take a trip to the old world. Welcome to Fredricksburg. For more information about Fredricksburg, call the Fredricksburg Convention and Visitors Bureau at 512-997-6523 or write to the Fredricksburg Convention and Visitors Bureau, 106 North Adams Street, Fredricksburg, Texas, 78624.